I work for Blue Sky Community Services in the role of a local area coordinator for the NDIS project. And my job really is to help people gather information and support them to navigate the NDIS. When I was 31, I was diagnosed with a meningioma brain tumour, and whilst it's very small and non-cancerous and sounds like it should be not much of a problem, Lionel the lump causes me issues when I'm too hot. He will get a little bit active and make me slur a little, or give me a migraine with some visual disturbances. I also have rheumatoid arthritis and Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Ehlers-Danlos is a genetic condition that not a lot of people know about. It also affects my skin and my aging. So one of the perks is I look a lot younger than I am, but a lot of the challenges are my skin tears really easily and I have connective tissue issues. So my skin lacks collagen. But most of the time I look like what society would call a normal person, which can be challenging with a disability because not all disabilities are visual and you can't assume someone's disability. So sometimes I feel a little bit like an imposter when I use a disabled toilet or a disabled parking. But the actuality, the truth of it is I can't walk that far. I can't open things for myself. I sometimes need someone to help me do the things that I need to do. I think the biggest challenge of my disability has been myself and getting over the fact that I can use assistive technology to do the things I need to do on a daily scale. And not that I'm less of a person for doing that, I'm actually enabled to do the things that I want to continue to do. So I feel like it's important to talk about disability so people in the workplace know what to expect in case something goes wrong. But I also feel that sometimes mentioning your disability for some people changes the way they engage with you. I've had people say, oh no, poor Kerry, she can't do that, or don't ask Kerry to do that. Or I've even been told, I wouldn't send you out to do that because of your disability, which is very deflating and makes you not want to tell anyone that you have a disability. There are moments that I specifically haven't mentioned my disability, not because I'm not proud of it and I'm not shy of it, but just because I didn't want to be treated any differently to anyone else. The key tip to supporting someone with disability in the workplace is not to make any assumptions. People talk about their own disabilities in different ways. If I'm in a medical system, I'll talk about my diagnosis. If I'm at home, I talk about my barrier or challenge. If I'm in the workplace, I'll talk about my disability if I have to, but I don't mention it as a daily topic. The other thing is also ensuring that you're open-minded, because how you do something in the workplace might be entirely different to how I have to achieve it. I might take a long road to getting it done, but I can do something quite capably. And usually a person with disability knows their own limitations too. So we know what we can and can't do. We don't need to be told what we can and can't do. And sometimes that can be hurtful for someone's confidence, and you always want to build everyone's confidence so they feel included and they're able to do things independently as possible. Having my disability means that I need some adaptations at work. Sometimes my eyesight doesn't work very well and I use a product called JAWS to read articles to me. Sometimes I'm not able to articulate or speak as well or write in documents what I really want to say. So sometimes I'll use Dragon to talk my way through the long road to get to the word that I want to find in order to use in a document. I also use assistive technology as far as a big curved monitor so I can see the whole screen. So minor adaptations that allow me to do my job. I feel by having a disability, you learn to overcome barriers, to have the opportunity to try things that are a bit challenging and a bit harder is one of the fundamentals of life. We're not all athletes and not everyone's going to be perfect at the sport they're playing, but to have the opportunity to try new things and do new things and overcome those barriers, I think that's the strength, is figuring out how I can be included in something that I may not suit naturally. my disability affects me a certain way, but I know it affects my family different, it affects my colleagues different, and in the workplace it means I might have to achieve things differently. So in an ideal world, it would be that difference wasn't scary.